Hey everyone, what's going on? Yokuo here, back with some more Kirby Super Star today, and today we are playing the Great Cave Offensive. Now, the Great Cave Offensive is kind of a divisive title. A lot of people love this one. Simply put, you look for hidden treasures, as the little thing is saying. You save your progress in log cabins, which is where I'm generally going to try to end parts. And that's about it. A lot of people love it because it's different. It's something completely different. It still has normal Kirby aspects. You still run around, get powers, the usual, but there are treasures to find. 60 in total, I believe? So over on the left in the bottom, you have a 0G, which is about to go up, because we obtained a gold medal. Here we go. This is where all our treasures will be as we get them. And yep, there are 60 in total. Now, the G, it doesn't really mean much as far as gameplay goes. If you are running 100%, which is what we're doing here, then you're going to want to get all of them. If you aren't trying to do a 100% run of this, it's actually pretty easy just to get in and out. There are entire sections of this game that you can skip. But like I said, we are going for 100%, so we'll try to hit everything. Now, occasionally during the gameplay, you will see me pause and go into that menu just to make sure that I'm getting all the chests, that I haven't missed anything. Now, some of the treasures are kind of dicey. Like this one, you cannot hit the middle bomb. If you do, a wall pops up and you cannot get this treasure without reloading the room. Which, you know, we want to avoid that. So we got the whip, and just to show that off real quick, see, it's a wall of lava, which you cannot get through. It does act as a normal wall. Alright, moving onward and forward to the next room. We're going to ditch this because we are going to use some wing ability here. As we showed off last part in the gourmet race, it makes you go a little bit faster, and fast is good. We like fast. Something, you're too slow. And especially here, this is one of those timed things where you have to get through everything just the right amount of time. If you miss, well, this happens. And you're just back at the beginning. Not a big deal, but, you know, we want to actually make it through quickly. So, hit that, and go! And because we have wing, it got us up here much faster than we would have gotten up here otherwise, and we may not have even made it in time. Okay, so we have a crystal ball, and now trying to hit this bomb with the wing ability is fun. Checking, and I have the first 4 so far. They do not show up in whatever order you get them. They do show up in a sequential order. They are all numbered by default. So if I only got treasure number 60, it would be at the bottom right. So it's easy to keep on track of if I've missed anything. Now, some of the treasures are kind of sneaky. It's hard to find some of them. You're not seeing that so far because we're in the very beginning of this game. They're pretty easy right now. Don't worry, the difficulty will be there. So we're just going to run up here and check this real quick, and then carry forward. And my partner is just jumping off of things. That's fun. Okay. This one, you have to skip that middle block, which I'm really worried that my partner is not going to do that. So, my partner's going down. And we're just going to come back. It's the safest way to do this one in particular. So, we hit that. The treasure chest falls. The treasure chest will not break that block, but Kirby will. So we have to be very fast. See? I had about a second to work with before it completely dissipated. And the treasure, as you saw, dies, for lack of a better word, whenever it hits the bottom. Okay, can't really do much about that block right now. I need a power-up. So, we'll come up here for now and see what is going on. And you have to check everything. You seriously do have to check everything. I cannot stress that enough. That's why some of what I do might seem a little redundant in this playthrough, but you just have to be sure. Now, I'm not going to try to explain what all these things are because I really just don't know. Okay, so this room, in other games, the sparkly door has meant the end of the stage. In this, in particular, it actually shows one of those log cabin save rooms that they were talking about before. Which I'll show that off in just a second, but I'm trying to wrap up this area first. And we got the screwball, which is a Metroid reference, and you might also know it from Smash Bros. That's one of the cool things. The chests in this area, they reference other games. In fact, the final treasure is one of my favorites because of what it is, and I won't give that away. I'll wait and let you see that for yourself. Now, a lot of you have already played this game, I'm sure, so you know about it. And welcome to the save room. They give you a maximum tomato and let you save your progress. And we have 8 treasures so far, and see we got 7 out of order, which proves that everything's sequential. Meanwhile, back out here, as you can see, the room has reset now. Which is fine, not a big deal. We've covered everything to the left, so we are just going to carry on and carry forward. Smack him around a little bit. And for some reason, that did not destroy the block, even though you would think it would. Okay, let's get that out of the way. So, while I'm setting up for the next treasure chest, kind of fun fact about this game. Apparently, there is a locked icon in the main menu. You know how we have to unlock all the games? Well, some of the games that aren't already available, anyway. There is a locked icon version of the Great Cave Offensive found in the game data. Now, Great Cave Offensive, if you remember from part 1, was already unlocked when we first started the game. Spring Breeze, Gourmet Race, Dynablade, and this game were all unlocked from the get-go. So I'm just playing them in the order that I want to. But the locked icon is in the game data. This actually suggests that originally you would have had to unlock the Great Cave Offensive. It wouldn't have just been available from the outset. Now, like I said, it is available, not unavailable. It is available in the final release. To play from the get-go, we could have done this part 1. We just chose not to. Now here I screw up, because as I've said before, anytime the hammer is available, you take that hammer. So that's just on me. I'm also going to get rid of my partner because he could easily do the same thing I did, and we don't want that. Although honestly, this is a really bad ability to fight him with anyway. So, I'm just trying to stop him. He got a hit in on the enemy, so that's helpful. And we have to fight him legitimately if we want to get that hammer. So, take that with your little, like, football coconut thing. I'm not sure. Coconuts? Are they supposed to be coconuts? Luckily, he did not move to the left or he would have fallen down that pit, and that would have sucked. But we got our hammer, so now we just need to find out what it's for. And that could be anything. These guys make a really good mix ability, we just don't want to do that right now. Now this, we need to get up here and get this, which I did pretty easily, actually. Now, it doesn't look like anything's over to the left, but I still want to check. So, I'm going to kind of try to make that happen. But the game's kind of being a jerk and not really cooperating with me. Okay, there we go, and there is nothing over here. And I ended up back up here. These barrels... not really barrels. It's more Donkey Kong terminology, but it's the same thing. The little cannon thing is kind of a giant pain. Oh, and up there we have a mirror, so we're definitely going to want to get that in a moment. Now, as you can see, there has been no need for the hammer. And spoiler alert, there is no need for the hammer. I don't know why, that's very rare. There's almost always a reason, and I don't regret getting it. You just never know. Okay, so we have yet another treasure. Our gold in the bottom left has already gone up. Over 815,000 already. And again, it doesn't really mean anything, it's just numbers. You want it to go up. It might max out at 9,999,999. I'm not sure about that, so don't hold me to it. Okay, now I didn't grab the mirror because I'm still holding onto the hammer because, you know, when there's a hammer, you take the hammer. Now, unfortunately, I can't really cut those things down. You can cut them with the cutter ability, but hammers do not cut. And that guy just stole my hammer. So now I don't have a choice, but I have no hammer. I have these things that could be cut, so we want to do that. We want to make that happen. And real quick, I apologize if you're hearing any cars outside. My recording studio is kind of right next to a road. It's really inconvenient, so hopefully you all can just ignore that. I'm not going to pretend that it's not happening. Okay, and I'm having a hard time holding on to that cutter. There we go. Get rid of that bomb, and I'm dead. And when you die, you start off back at this room. So we're gonna cut ahead just a little bit and pretend that none of that ever happened. Okay, and now you can see some things have changed just a little bit. I have the plasma whip partner with me, and I have my cutter. And we are not going to fall into the bottomless pit this time, probably. So, unlock those. Plasma whip had my back there. Let's go hit that other bomb block, while avoiding these jerks that take your ability. And we got the bandana. And we're doing just fine on our treasures so far. Now, usually I would take the mirror, however there's more of these to cut. And that one was kind of important to cut because treasure and a 1-up. And we got springtime. We literally obtained springtime. Please don't ask me how that works, I don't know. Alright, moving forward. Another one of these jerks who steal your abilities, not that they're getting on my nerves or anything. And when you have one of these rooms, it means a boss is coming up. So let's grab that mirror ability. And let's go. Plasma, Kirby, the mirror, and literally Moby Dick. Basically. Pretty much. Who tries to stone you to death or something, I don't know. So obviously mirror is not working out so well for me right now. It's going okay, but it could be better. It could be a lot better, because I keep getting beat. And there I go. When the water hits you, as you've noticed, you get thrusted up into the air. And this is around the point where I'm like, forget it, eat that, I'm getting a rock. Because those rocks actually are the rock ability. Dodge! Okay, so for some reason my partner did not blast up into the air. I'm not sure what that's about. And my partner's dying. So, he can have the rock. And now we have Rocky. And I have nothing. So here we go! Thank you. Rock also gives you protection from the stones that are falling, which is the other reason I wanted it. You can't be hurt when you're in that form. And you can stay in that form as long as you need to. And he died. With some fancy death animations. Captain Ahab would be so proud. Moby Dick is Moby dead. Grab that tomato for sure. And welcome to the minecart level! It's not really a level so much, just a cool little passage. There's gonna be a couple of these in this game. It's fun. I'm actually slowing the cart down myself. That's not happening automatically. You can adjust that. It doesn't really matter at all. It's just kind of cool that you can do it. Alright, heading through this door into something. A very cool, fancy, crystallized area thing. To which I'm sinking to the bottom because treasure! I got a dime. I literally got a dime, guys. I'm so rich. But I'm going down further because treasure! Glass slippers, that's a little more valuable. And that is definitely a reference to the old fable. Cinderella, Cinderella. I'm not good with fables. Anyway, we are gonna climb back up to the top now. For one, just making sure I didn't miss anything. Get off me, Rocky. Which it doesn't look like I did miss anything, so that's good. So heading on through. We have 3 different doors down there, but first we have a save area, which is where we are going to call this apart. And next time we will explore the 3 different doors. So until then, this has been Yokuo and Annie Yokuo, and that is a Kirby statue. And if you like what we're doing, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. Let us know you support us. Anything helps. It all helps. And share it with your friends, because, you know, anything helps. But until then, we will see you all next time for more Kirby Insanity Action Extravaganza Power Hour Turbo Hyper Deluxe Super Fighting Remix and Knuckles, featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. Until then, I'll see you later. Bye!